I wasn't going to ever really make a video talking about this, but because the internet is full of people who don't seem to quite understand the grasp of financial business, it's a little sad. So, obviously Warner Brothers has been in the slumps for a while. And when I mean in the slumps, I mean really in the slumps financially. To the point where Warner Brothers has constantly put out not so very subtle hints saying, "Hey, we're broke as fuck." And they've kind of nudged at other companies and other big players in the game to sort of buy their asses out. And other companies have tried. And other companies, when they have tried to do so, have either failed tremendously or they have either gotten their bids rejected because it's either too low or realize, the value of WB actually seems to be a lot higher than we realize. And, Warner Brothers is not necessarily Disney levels of, high value in the market share and in the universe, but I would say they're about maybe third place, maybe. But that's aside the point. Netflix, despite all the other companies out there, actually wound up having a successful bid, and Warner Brothers accepted that bid. So now we are just in a timeline where I can't believe I have to say this, but Netflix has a higher probability of actually owning Warner Brothers as a whole. What the hell does this mean? Nothing. For right now, at least. So, obviously, the bid just barely went through. And we're talking less than 24 or 48 hours at the time of this video. But that also means that, it has to go through a lot of other red tape and paperwork and finalizing and stuff like that. And also has to go through, apparently, the fucking court systems to make sure that there's no antitrust monopoly bullshit going on with it. So, now, obviously you can make jokes whatever you want about how, oh great, now they're just going to combine HBO Max and Netflix into one big service and it's going to cost $70 a month just to watch fucking Beetlejuice and BoJack Horseman in the same service. No, it's not going to happen. Realistically, no. They'd be losing so much money if they pulled a dumb power move like that. We're not even close to that. In fact, the only reason why these companies can justify even doing some of the shit that they do now is because they have to bundle their service with other services to increase the value. So, to those freaking out on the internet, and I can't believe this is a movie time for crash related rant / hot takes. No. The quality of movies from Warner Brothers and Netflix isn't going to dip. It isn't going to increase. It's going to remain relatively stagnant and the same. Obviously, both Netflix and Warner Brothers have films and projects that have been in the works and are continuing to be in the works even before and after this all gets finalized, if it does. And even if it does, right? Newsflash, people on the internet. I hate to tell you this, but contrary to popular belief, there's still the manner of handling all of the IPs that both these companies own. And let's not forget, too, that a large majority of Netflix's IPs aren't even technically their own IPs. They're licensing. Yeah, they're licensing. So that means that's going to be a whole nother can of worms. Netflix doesn't own Tomb Raider. Netflix doesn't own, technically, like, Rocco's Modern Life. Netflix doesn't own, like, pretty much 80% of the things that you watch on Netflix. There's about maybe a good 20% that they actually can consider a Netflix original IP or trademark at most. So, relax. This is going to take a while to iron out. Anyhow, I just wanted to get this off my chest because the internet likes to, light fires when there's not a fire. So, it's just sort of a flight or fight response that we just seem to have as a culture. But, yeah, no, that about does it. See you around.